In-depth analysis of the life-changing magic of tidying up. A captivating journey into the art of decluttering. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the clutter piling up in your home? The life-changing magic of tidying up, a global phenomenon in under 200 pages, has sparked a revolution in how we organize our spaces and transform our lives. Today, we'll dive into Yuko Yamashita's world and explore how the 3 steps of KonMari can restore lightness and freedom to your life. Yuko Yamashita and the birth of KonMari. Yuko Yamashita, a Japanese organizing expert, once struggled with a chaotic home and a hectic life. During a move, she realized her home was filled with unused items, from expired cosmetics to forgotten magazines, suffocating her space. This led her to question, why do we let possessions control us? Through years of practice, she developed the KonMari philosophy, and her 2010 book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, took Japan by storm. Selling over 1 million copies and translated into over 20 languages, it has touched millions worldwide. KonMari isn't just about tidying, it's a life philosophy centered on our relationship with possessions. Inspired by Japanese Zen concepts of dan, sha, recut, shed, detach, it emphasizes eliminating the unnecessary, letting go of excess, and freeing ourselves from attachment to achieve inner freedom. Yamashita believes possessions aren't just physical, they carry our emotions, habits, and life choices. Tidying your space is, in essence, tidying your soul. The book's universal appeal resonates with everyone, from Tokyo's single professionals to London's homemakers. For instance, American author Marie Kondo, inspired by Yamashita, created her Spark Joy method but admitted Yamashita's approach focuses more on psychological liberation than mere organization. Yamashita says, KonMari isn't about throwing things away. It's about choosing the life you truly need. Why do possessions become a burden? Psychological research highlights our loss aversion tendency, making us fear regret when discarding items. Yet Yamashita argues that true regret lies in letting useless things occupy our space and mind. Her method is practical and introspective, encouraging us to reassess ourselves through tidying. KonMari's roots tie to Japan's cultural reverence for minimalism and Zen's focus on no self and living in the present. Yamashita notes that post-war Japan's consumerist boom led to an overflow of possessions, causing people to lose sight of life's essence. KonMari counters this material excess, urging us to return to what matters. Take Now, a Japanese homemaker whose home was cluttered with old toys, books, and out-of-season clothes. After 3 months of KonMari, she cleared 70% of her belongings, creating space for family bonding. Now said, I thought discarding would leave me empty, but I've never felt so fulfilled. Yamashita emphasizes that KonMari extends beyond individuals to communities. In Japan, some neighborhoods organize KonMari events, donating unused items to charities, reducing waste, and fostering connection. This philosophy echoes globally, influencing Sweden's death cleaning movement and America's minimalism trend. Kon, the courage to refuse the unnecessary. Kon is the first step, meaning to stop unnecessary items from entering your life. Yamashita points out that consumerism, fueled by sales, ads, and social media, drives us to buy things we don't need. Picture a discounted dress that excites you, but sits unworn in your closet. Kon is about consciously refusing these seemingly necessary items. Japanese actress Yoshino Kimura shared her KonMari journey, overwhelmed by gifted clothes and cosmetics. By adopting a buy-only essentials rule, she declined 80% of gifts and impulse buys, freeing her closet and reducing shopping anxiety. She said, saying no to things gave me control. How do you practice Kon? Yamashita suggests examining your consumption habits. Before buying, ask, do I need this now? Will it improve my life? Do I have space for it? If the answer is no, let it go. She advocates entry management, strictly controlling what enters your home, like shopping bags or packages. Set a monthly budget or review your shopping list weekly to curb mindless purchases. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman's research supports this, noting that emotions often drive decisions, but Kon's rational questions counter impulse buying. Imagine standing in a store, eyeing a tempting item, and asking, do I really need this? That pause can prevent unnecessary spending. Kon is more than an action. It's a mindset shift from want to need, from passive acceptance to active choice. Yamashita says, Kon is about saying no to items and to lifestyles you don't need. French fashion blogger Sophie's story illustrates this. A former shopaholic, her closet overflowed with fast fashion, yet she felt she had nothing to wear. Inspired by the life-changing magic of tidying up, she vowed not to buy new clothes for a year, mixing and matching what she had. She realized 80% of her purchases were social media-driven, not necessity. After a year, her wardrobe shrank from 100 to 50 items, yet styling became effortless. She said, "Refusing redefined fashion for me." Yamashita also introduces a time dimension for Kon. Sort items by use frequency, daily, occasional, or never. Items never used, like a decade-old camera replaced by your phone, should be cut. Refusing new items and evaluating old ones' value makes Kon a habit. Kon also applies to digital spaces. With smartphones, we hoard and read emails, expired coupons, and duplicate photos. Yamashita suggests monthly digital cleanups, deleting unneeded files and unsubscribing from irrelevant services. American journalist James, stressed by 5,000 unread emails, used Kon to archive and prioritize, boosting his productivity. Shah, letting go of excess burdens. Shah is the second step, focusing on clearing out existing excess in your home. Yamashita believes items carry memories, emotions, and expectations. Shedding them means letting go of past attachments to make room for the present and future. Swedish activist Greta Thunberg, inspired by KonMari, found her home cluttered with childhood toys and mementos. Asking, "Does this matter to my life now?" she donated 90% of her items, keeping only cherished books and essentials. She said, "Letting go gave me freedom to focus on what matters, like my environmental work." Yamashita's present principle guides Shah. Does this item hold value for you now? Old textbooks may evoke college memories, but if you've changed careers, they're likely just clutter. Start with low-stakes categories like clothes, books, or kitchen items, tackling one small area at a time to avoid overwhelm. Her 15-minute tidying method suggests spending 15 minutes daily sorting a drawer or shelf into keep, donate, or discard piles. For tough decisions, ask, "If I were moving today, would I take this?" This cuts through emotional TIs for clearer choices. Psychologist Barbara Fredrickson's research shows that reducing physical clutter lowers stress and boosts happiness. Shedding items frees both space and mind. Yamashita says, discarding one item creates space in your heart. Brazilian artist Lucas's story shows Shah in action. His studio was packed with paintings, sculptures, and collectibles, stifling his creativity. Inspired by KonMari, he donated decade-old materials to art schools, keeping only current works and a few treasures. His cleared studio sparked new inspiration. He said, "Shedding showed me art lives in my heart, not in clutter." Yamashita's emotional value sorting aids Shah. Categorize items by emotional weight, high family heirlooms, medium gifts, or low promotional items. Start with low-value items, progressing to harder ones. British teacher Eileen struggled to part with her mother's clothes but used this method, starting with trivial items and repurposing her mother's clothes into keepsake pillows, preserving memories while freeing space. Shah extends to non-physical areas like unfulfilling relationships or overcommitted schedules. Canadian student Natalie, overwhelmed by too many clubs, quit 3 uninteresting ones, focusing on studies and volunteering, improving her grades and well-being. Breaking free from attachment. Is KonMari's pinnacle, meaning detachment from possessions to achieve a liberated state. Yamashita believes our attachment to items stems from their emotional, identity, or expectation-driven significance. Shifts focus from owning to being, from material pursuit to inner fulfillment. Elon Musk, in 2020, sold nearly all his homes and possessions, tweeting, "I'm selling almost all physical possessions because freedom matters more than owning." While extreme, this reflects Ri's essence, letting go of material reliance for pure goals. How do you achieve Ri? Yamashita suggests a minimalism experiment, like living with only 10 clothing items for a month or reducing possessions to under 100. This reveals how little you truly need. Her item diary method tracks usage and emotional value, helping identify essentials. Spanish designer Carlos, stressed by hundreds of art collectibles, used Ri to keep only 20 pieces tied to his career and emotions. He said, "Less became more, and my creativity soared in a cleared space." Psychological self-efficacy theory supports Ri, showing that reducing reliance on external things boosts control and happiness. Yamashita says, Re isn't about having nothing. It's about gaining the power to choose. Singaporean writer Mai Ling Chen, once defined by her book and gadget hoard, felt trapped. Through Re, she cut her books to 50 classics and devices to one laptop and phone. She said, "I no longer need things to prove myself. My mind is calmer." Yamashita's space breathing method encourages keeping areas empty, like a drawer or tabletop, to embrace minimalism. Australian yoga teacher Sophia cleared a bedroom corner, adding only a plant, finding daily peace in the empty space. Re also redefines the future. Yamashita notes that attachment often stems from fear, like what if I need this later? She suggests possibility thinking over fear, trusting your adaptability. Japanese worker Kenta, hoarding supplies fearing job loss, cleared excess through Re, gaining confidence in his resilience. A 5-step guide to practicing KonMari. KonMari is both a philosophy and a practical system. Yamashita offers a 5-step guide to turn theory into action. Step 1. Set a goal. Define what you want, like a tidier home or less anxiety. Specific goals drive action, like London mom Emma's aim to create play space for my kids. Step 2. Divide and conquer. Don't tackle the whole house. Focus on one area, like a closet or bookshelf. Start with low-emotion items, like expired food, before sentimental ones. Step 3. Sort and select. Divide items into keep, donate, or discard using the present principle and 15-minute method. Japanese author Haruki Murakami donated books and read for 2 years, keeping only current reads and classics. Step 4. Optimize storage. Use visible storage. Place frequently used items within reach and less used ones in clear containers to save time. Storage serves efficiency, not an end goal. Step 5. Reflect regularly. Monthly check-ins prevent clutter rebound, ensuring Kon principles stick. German environmentalist Beatrix caps her wardrobe at 5 new items, donating excess to maintain balance. Italian chef Gianna's kitchen transformation shows this in action. Overwhelmed by unused cookware and expired spices, she set a goal for an efficient kitchen. She tackled one area weekly, keeping only essentials and donating extras to a community school. Visible storage streamlined her spices, and monthly reviews kept her kitchen clutter-free, boosting her cooking and mood. Yamashita suggests making KonMari a habit. Tidy your desk for 5 minutes daily, clear the fridge weekly, or review your closet seasonally. Canadian designer Max found daily desk tidying sparked better ideas. Digital tools, like Notion for tracking or photographing progress, enhance motivation. American student Lily halved her possessions in 3 months using this method, building a review habit. The deeper lessons of KonMari. KonMari's ultimate goal isn't just a clean room but a transformed mindset. It frees us from possessions' grip, letting us focus on what matters. Yamashita writes, "When you let go of unnecessary things, you make space for love, dreams, and freedom." Indian philosopher Jiddu Krishnamurti's no-self teachings align with KonMari, advocating freedom through detachment. Tokyo's Minako Sato, after KonMari, used her freed time for yoga and family, saying, "Discarding helped me find myself." KonMari challenges consumer culture's buy more trap. Yamashita's 1-3 rule suggests a third of your items meet your needs, a third are optional, and a third are redundant. Cutting to a third leaves life intact. American professor Brandon, once chasing tech trends, sold or donated excess gadgets after KonMari, keeping one versatile computer. He said, "Happiness isn't in the latest tech but in using what works." KonMari extends to mental decluttering, like dropping draining social commitments or unrealistic goals. Japanese worker Yuko, exhausted by perfectionism, shed clutter and unnecessary work, publishing a novel with her freed energy. KonMari aligns with environmentalism, reducing consumption and waste. Australia's Green Living Group launched a KonMari challenge, donating or recycling items, benefiting communities. Ultimately, KonMari is about choice, saying no to what doesn't serve you to say yes to what does. Yamashita writes, KonMari isn't the end, it's the start of seeing your true self. KonMari's global impact and future. KonMari has fueled a global minimalism wave, transforming lives from Japan to the West. Britain's Minimalist Festival draws thousands to share KonMari stories, from wardrobes to digital spaces. Dutch designer Ava streamlined her studio, boosting efficiency and creativity, inspiring others through media coverage. In education, Japanese schools teach KonMari to manage desks and bags, fostering discipline. A Tokyo elementary school's backpack KonMari increase students' focus. Looking ahead, KonMari may shape digital lives as virtual reality grows, tackling app clutter or bloated cloud storage. Yamashita suggests future KonMari will prioritize choice over ownership in both physical and digital realms. KonMari also fosters community through sharing. American KonMari communities swap unused items monthly, clearing homes and building bonds. Ultimately, KonMari liberates us from material burdens to find our true selves. As Yamashita writes, when you learn to let go, life becomes beautifully simple.